The Ant and the Grasshopper. Once upon a time, in a lush green meadow, lived a merry grasshopper who loved to sing, dance, and play his fiddle. He spent his days hopping from leaf to leaf, reveling in the warmth of the sun and the beauty of the flowers. The grasshopper enjoyed his carefree life, taking pleasure in the moment without worrying about the future. Nearby, a colony of industrious ants worked diligently, preparing for the coming winter. The ants were busy gathering food and storing it in their anthill. They worked tirelessly from dawn until dusk, carrying grains, seeds, and tiny bits of food to their nest. Among them was a wise and hard-working ant who knew the importance of preparing for the harsh, cold months ahead. One day, as the ants were toiling away, the grasshopper saw them and laughed. "Why do you work so hard, dear ants?" he asked, playing a cheerful tune on his fiddle. "Come and dance with me. The sun is shining, and life is beautiful." The wise ant paused for a moment and looked at the grasshopper. "We are storing food for the winter," she explained. "When the cold weather comes, food will be scarce. I suggest you do the same." The grasshopper scoffed at the ant's advice. "Winter is far away. There is plenty of time to worry about that. For now, let us enjoy the summer," he said, continuing to play his fiddle and dance. As the days passed, summer turned into autumn. The leaves changed color, and the air grew cooler. The ants continued their hard work, gathering food and fortifying their nest. The grasshopper, however, continued to sing and play, ignoring the changing seasons. Soon, winter arrived. The meadow was blanketed in snow, and the cold winds howled through the trees. Food became scarce, and the once lush green meadow turned into a barren, frozen landscape. The grasshopper, who had not prepared for the winter, found himself hungry and shivering. He wandered through the snow, desperately searching for something to eat. In his search, the grasshopper came upon the ant's nest. He could see the ants inside, warm and well-fed, with their storerooms filled with food. Desperate, the grasshopper knocked on the entrance to the nest. The wise ant, recognizing the grasshopper, came to the door. "Please, dear ant, I am hungry and cold. Can you spare some food?" the grasshopper begged, his once cheerful voice now trembling with desperation. The wise ant looked at the grasshopper with compassion, but also with a lesson to teach. "During the summer, I advised you to prepare for the winter, but you chose to sing and dance instead. Now you see the importance of hard work and planning for the future." Feeling remorseful, the grasshopper hung his head. "I understand now. I was foolish to ignore your advice. Please, help me this one time and I promise to change my ways." The wise ant, moved by the grasshopper's sincere regret, decided to help. She shared some of the stored food with the grasshopper, ensuring he would survive the winter. However, she also reminded him, "Remember this lesson, and work hard to prepare for the future." Grateful for the ant's kindness, the grasshopper vowed never to be lazy again. He spent the rest of the winter learning from the ants, understanding the value of hard work, planning, and preparation. When spring arrived, the grasshopper kept his promise. He worked diligently alongside the ants, gathering food and preparing for the seasons to come. He still sang and played his fiddle, but he did so after his work was done. The grasshopper had learned to balance enjoyment with responsibility. Moral of the story: The Ant and the Grasshopper teaches the importance of hard work, planning, and preparation. It emphasizes that while enjoying the present is important, one must also be mindful of the future.
Thanks for listening to Podcast Stories. Don't forget to subscribe to get more updates.